Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Black Union Address with your host, Heru Adamu. Today we get into some things that matter. Government shutdown, who's really losing? Trump's tariffs, bull, bears, and broken markets. Boots Ennis, boxing next king in the ring. Ayesha Curry, trending narrative or real talk? Black men and mental health, breaking silent walls. Stay locked in, it's not just news. This is power in motion. Let's start with Washington. Government shutdowns are always painted as political theater, but who actually takes the hit? Let's take a look at what Jasmine Crockett had to say about this government shutdown.
And so let me ask you about one other thing on the government shutdown, and that is that the Trump administration has discussed laying off federal workers, not just a furlough, but laying them off. Your thoughts?
My thoughts are that whether we're in shutdown or not, this regime has consistently engaged in illegal firings, illegal detainments. Everything is illegal, right? The amount of constitutional violations they've engaged in, and they don't care. So I do want to be clear that they may use the shutdown as their excuse or their cover, but we know that this administration has been sued a record number of times. And a lot of it has been because of their illegal rifts. They're illegal and ignorant rifts because there's so many people that now they're like, oh, that's what you do? Maybe we do need you back. And then they've tried to go and scrounge and pull people back. So I don't think that shutdown or not, they are going to stop engaging in their illegal acts.
What you just saw was a face of dysfunction, but don't let the theater distract you from the victims. Federal workers with no paycheck, small businesses losing contracts, and services on hold. Here's what the elites don't want you to know. The shutdown is a pressure play, not a debate. It's used as leverage in power negotiations. It's always the lowest rung who bleed the first. Black and brown contractor, public schools, social service agencies, these are the type of people that are going to take the major losses from the government shutdown, of course. So the real question is when the smoke clears, who's held accountable? And how do we build a system where the government's failure is not another burden on the people? From government gridlock to economic turbulence, let's shift gears. Tariffs aren't just lines on trade policy, they ripple through your portfolio, your job, cost of living. Let's take a look at what EYL had to say about the tariffs.
The reason why the market dropped on Friday is because he said that he was going to impose a 100% tariff on China over and above with everything that they already have because of their hard stance on the rare earth minerals. Apparently they control 70% of the rare earth minerals in the world. So he said that he was going to have a 100% tariff on China. And then that crashed the stock market, it crashed crypto. Then the Sunday night, he came back and said that essentially that wasn't going to happen. And that could take, a long time to actually implement, and that, you know, him and China are back on good terms. And, President Xi, and, he just had a bad moment, but he's a highly respected president. And that made the market go back up again. So um, he's dropping markets at the drop of a dime, and people are making strategic investments every time the market goes up or goes down based off of a tweet that he puts out. So, does he have any level of responsibility for impacting the markets in a way that we've never really seen before?
First off, I want to say I'm not a Trumper. I'm not MAGA. I'm not a Barroner, Candace Owens, or Andrew Tater. Not one bit. He's been very clear through campaigning, first time being president, Project 2025 mixtape that they put out, that the only thing he cares about him staying out of jail and his family.
Well, there you have it. This clip shows you what too few in corporate boardrooms are scared to admit. Tariffs trigger uncertainty, and uncertainty kills investments. So obviously, there's been a lot of manipulation in the market over the inception of the market. So this is just another one. And for the people who make smart money moves, they will be able to make money and come up on these tariffs. I believe that China did this to multiple countries. It wasn't just America, but we had this idea that it was just 100% tariffs that Trump put on them, like they have a problem or they're really just beefing, but that isn't really the case. But the consequences that we might see at first glance are companies delay hiring or expand, inflation creeps up, tariffs costs are passed to consumers. So the thing is, every time the government trades in protectionism, Black small businesses and entrepreneurs are often the last in line to get relief. So if you want to invest, diversify outside of US. If you want to build somewhere and, build supply resilience locally. If you vote, demand trade policy that protects people, not just the profits. Next up, we talk Boots Ennis in boxing. In sports, pedigree is earned. Boots isn't just earning it, he's demanding it. Let's take a look at his fight highlights from this past weekend versus Usama Lima.
Instructions in the dressing room. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch them up.
This crowd is electric. Jaron Boots Ennis at junior middleweight making his debut. Will he bring up that destructive power and elusiveness? Or will Wisma Lima blow up the blueprint, shock the world, and make a name for himself on the biggest stage of his career? I thought Lima was going to land. It got caught by Ennis.
Beautiful uppercut.
And got dropped in round number 1.
As soon as Booster's left-handed, both of them exchanged left hands. Boots landed on the money. Liam was hurt.
What a debut for Boots! Can he seal the deal right away? This crowd is on fire, and so is Ennis, and down again goes Lima! Lima's lucky he hit the deck when he did. That referee was about to step in and wave this fight off. Still plenty of time for Boots Ennis to get this stoppage. Lima's been hit by a Philadelphia freight train. And maybe he is the best fighter we've ever seen. Eddie Hearn seems to think so. And he's just done it. Round 1, destruction. Boots Ennis.
That's the statement Jaron Ennis needed to send to everybody, especially the 154-pound division.
So as you can see, Usama Lima didn't even last one round with Boots Ennis. The energy that Boots brings to the ring is phenomenal. He's a great fighter and soon to be pound for pound top 10 fighter in the world. From fights in the ring to fights in relationships. In the court of public opinion, few topics swirl more venom than family. Ayesha Curry has been trending, largely for criticism of her role as wife. Let's take a look at what Corey Holcomb had to say.
This is what's happening in America. It's a lot of feminists, or whatever that word is. Women who got issues with men.
They started this shit.
Ayesha Curry type bitches.
Oh, he's silly.
We just keeping it real. Did y'all see that shit she did?
I don't know
Recent
anything.
Drake concert?
No.
What she do now?
Oh my God, it was terrible. Ayesha Curry was at the concert with her husband.
Right.
Talking about Steph Curry, what?
Right.
Drake said something to Steph. You know Drake is an NBA fan.
In the back? Like
he said
back scene
something
or
while
during
he
the
was on stage.
Oh, ooh.
If y'all ain't seen this, you gotta check it out. This woman was so mad that Drake was speaking to her husband and not giving her all the credit. Look up the video.
I'm gonna have to watch
She
it.
probably thought Drake was flirting with her husband.
When Drake saw how upset she was, he said, and his beautiful queen, whatever, he tried to give her, but no, that wasn't good enough.
It was too late. You done already gave
I
it
done
to me.
been in that situation. I done when I was at the New Edition concert. Broad I was with had paid for the pictures with New
You
Edition.
told us about this.
I did, yeah, I did.
a month ago, yeah.
Man, that motherfucker was so mad when they was like, Corey, what up? That bitch was like,
She still got her pictures, right? What the hell?
she complained about the picture. She was mad because Bobby Brown was on his phone looking at some bullshit.
Oh my God.
Nigga. I'm here to tell you, man, y'all motherfuckers
Right, Tricky
realize,
Nick. She
dog,
just wants
some of
attention.
these girls be jealous.
I gotta see that video.
It's all over the
it's
internet.
attention. They feel that it should have been on them. That's it.
They can't stand to see you shine, man.
Right now, attention is at an all-time
Oh, that's the new currency.
high.
Ayesha Curry has been trending in the media lately for kind of disrespect of certain things that she's been saying in her interviews, such as, you know, playing like she would take her ring off when she saw a highly attractive man, kind of wondering and wishing how things would go if she didn't end up with Steph, and kind of downplaying him and kind of wanting to be the center of attention. So what this clip really reveals and what it's been showing lately is less about Ayesha and more about the culture of relationships and what's been going on in the Black household. Women have been given a lot of leverage in modern times, and they sometimes have a lot of ego, and that shows in Ayesha's actions lately. I mean, you probably wouldn't see Savannah James doing those types of things, although even she said some kind of borderline things in her interviews. So we're living in a new world where women can be married to a man worth $300 million and go on a podcast and start talking about their relationship, which maybe in the past, a woman with a man of that caliber wouldn't even go do something like that. But today, women are in a feminist world where they feel equal to men and they don't feel like they should be behind men. And this whole situation with Ayesha Curry is just an example of how most Black women in America feel about their partner. They feel like they're better than him and they should be on the front line and in the media and getting all the spotlight, even if they're very average and basic. Finally, let's come home to the mind, to the spirit, to Black man's mental health. For too long, strong meant silent. It's time to reimagine strength as speech. Let's begin with this. Kirk Franklin joins with a couple of Black men around the round table to have conversations about mental health.
And I just wish that I could have done a better job of creating a safer place that it could have been. And you know, the truth is, who knows? This may be a seed.
No question. Yeah, no question.
We don't look out for each other. It's like the story of Noah, right? When he was drunk, you know, and they covered, you know, his nakedness. We don't cover each other's nakedness.
Well, we point at it, we flag at it, we podcast about it.
Yes.
You know
Yes.
what I mean? You know what I mean? Like,
I want to be able to say to all of y'all that I really do respect and appreciate this moment to have with you. And I want to know from all of you, what can we say to the women watching? They may have a man in their life. They may be dealing with these issues. How do they help their kings get to a place and a journey of being whole and healthy?
We just need someone to listen. I think that would be the most important thing. Like,
that's so good.
Sometimes we need people to just listen to what we have to say. Like, just women are security. They want to feel secure.
Yeah.
So we have to be able to provide them with enough security to the point where they're willing to understand and listen. That's you know, we just got to be of service. It goes both ways. And
that's good.
We got to know when to dribble the ball and also when to pass it. So, you know, I feel like this whole conversation, man, was dope. You know what I mean? Wow. And I feel like then nobody hold back, and there's gonna be a lot of moments to where, you know, people may say, I don't agree with this or I agree with that, but at the end of the day, we're doing God's work by talking about it.
And there you have it. I don't know what exactly happened to NLE Choppa's hair, but NLE Choppa is actually one of the young rappers who's been through a lot of conscious development, but he is a very interesting character. He's very mature for his age, although he does make rap music. I do see him making a lot of strides in a lot of different ways. So shout out to NLE Choppa for sitting down with Kirk Franklin at the Den of Kings. This clip gives us a window into confession. Trauma doesn't pause because society demands it. Connection is medicine. Conversations are lifelines. So to the men watching, your story matters. Let your silence become your script. To everyone else, support, listen, hold space. We need more rooms like this, not fewer. I want every person watching to digest this. Our politics, economy, fights, relationships, mental health, none of it exists in a vacuum. They're all threads of the same tapestry. This is Black Union Address. It's more than news, it's a narrative reclamation. I'm Heru Adamu. Be loud, be thoughtful, be you. Good night until we rise again.